Can you smell it? That's how they get you. They lure you in with some good Valorant.
Ignore the HUD. Ignore it. We'll hopefully get that fixed up for you. And it looks like rinse and repeat. They found a solution. This time I want to see how this works out, though. There's still problems here. Element going to find comeback here. Plant is in, though. So a small victory in that regard. And they all fall back towards B main. Welcome to Sunset. The question is, can they pull this off, though? Can they break that back line? Already Vince looking for maybe a different way forward, but the timing's going to be... Loiter, get your gun out. Get your gun out. Loiter went for a stroll and found something terrible. You're right, the paranoia is huge. And it does, I think, at least catch one, I can imagine. But they're plugging the site so nicely. CGN really controlling this well. I was a little worried after the site take itself, but the retake, fantastic.
It's beautiful, isn't it? A 5v5B post plan on Sunset denied. Amazing. Incredible. This is how they get you. They lure you in. They bring you into their trap and then they hit you with the trolling when you're least expecting it. Oh, but it's coming, you sweet, innocent fool. This was just all part of their plan. And there it is, up in the road. Do you see it?
Apparently, Pacific didn't like it, so they're adjusting, and you're right, it does just seem like these 5-man hits. And Anguis probably still feeling pretty confident here, still sticking around the side, does now need to respect that. Can't stick around with that ult coming in, but he's not giving them much space. He's re-cleared market, he already knows that he's got, room for his team to come back through. He's doing really well at controlling areas on this map, but within another post plant now.
5-on-5 at that.
Oh. They clear again, Anguis.
Pacific.
Yeah, again, CGN. Anguis is such a good player on this. I can't highlight it enough. And maybe played into a little bit. Maybe Pacific needs to be a little bit sharper on it, but by all rights, it's down to 2. LaRock and Chelliston again flashed up, forced away. Half's there. CGN in the driving seat.
And this is how they get you. You might not have seen it. You might not have smelt it. But it's there. The whiff of trolling. Because I ask you, friends, is this a proper post-plant position? Is this something that makes sense when our gecko is staring at this trip and our Cypher is staring on a cam with no one there and our Omen is alone? And our Raze is alone. Pray tell, friends, would it not make more sense to have someone in this position where maybe they could help either of these players who are going to get caught alone?
They clear again, Anguis.
Pacific.
Yeah, again, CGN. Anguis is such a good...
I bet you thought it was just one team that was trolling, don't you?
It's really about is how bad do you really want it? You've got a chance to go and make it into those studios to make a real career of this one and come back already going to find, oh my god, Element eviscerating the one perfect start that they had, the one beginning that looked clean. And it's still a 3v2. It's still in favor to CGN. LaRock and Rose play together, find something together. The LaRock on his own on the site. Rose sitting a little deeper towards B main. Individual fights, and this time they're being won. In just Benny to clear back through this obstacle course. Just to get a start on it. That's really going to bring out the mosh, force him off. Let's get half at least, though. How are you meant to get past these last two? Very difficult. Good flash, could certainly help.
Now you knew this game had something going on. When was the last time you saw a Razult get 3 kills? What sorcery was involved? And you might think that this was the trolling just there in a 4v2, our Sova dying with utility in hand, but no, friends. No. The trolling comes later on. Keep your eye on our Omen. And take a look at our Omen, who has 2 bats in the road. Could come this way, or could come this way. And what does our precious Omen choose to do? Does he take the yellow brick road of death, or the purple road of common sense? Yes, he takes the yellow road of death, because whilst a safe option for our Omen, for our Rays, only death awaits, because our Omen decides to leave our Rays. And you see right here how our Rays has to look both left and ahead. This is not possible for someone who is not a witch to do. And therefore, Element, we learn, is not a witch and dies because our Omen decided to not play with the team in a 3v2 and make it impossible for our Rays. And so, we lose the round. By this point, the trolling just becomes more and more obvious. They become braver with how far they're willing to take it. And this one needs no explanation.
One player really, okay, they go fast with that showstopper into A site. It's Benny, he's gonna get away here narrowly, but it's gonna be a 5v5. The thing I look for though is the fact that Pacific, they're gonna be a down man.
I don't know. Again, you're talking about necessity. You're talking about walking smokes. What are we doing?
What are we?
What are we doing? Never have truer words been spoken by a man named after a car company. And yet this is proof that the Valorant gods are real. Because just you watch. After this absolutely abominable trolling you're about to witness right here, after this insane decision that you're about to see, look at what the Valorant gods do. They decide, you, my friend, I have smitten you, but this is not enough for your troubles and for this decision. Here's another free kill through the smoke for whatever you decided to do. There's another one. The Valorant gods will have their wrath for your trolling. And I will have to deal with what I have just witnessed for the rest of my life. And yes, they lost the round. And yes, they lost the game for that trolling.